good evening, or good afternoon, good evening, depending on when you're watching this. My name is Gatsby,
I'm Royal Rel.
and you're tuned in to the latest edition of State of the Week, brought to you by State Your Claim. But before we get in to the hottest topics going on, Royal, please, can you tell the people a couple, three things, as a matter of fact, they need to do?
All right. I need you to like, I need you to comment, and I need you to subscribe. And after that, I need you to keep in tune with me and my guy. And that means keep in tune with us. So follow us on all of our socials. That's Instagram, that's TikTok,
Yeah.
that's Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably missing something. I don't know. We're on all the
Probably,
platforms.
probably.
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah, we're on podcasts. We're
right,
on Amazon Music. We're
right,
on Deezer. We're on
right,
Spotify. Yo, man,
right.
we're on everything. Just Google State Your Claim and we gonna pop up, man. We
Yeah,
everywhere.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's right. Pull it up. And I mean, I've been saying this, but we just gonna keep doing this.
Facts.
So this is normal. This is normal life. So just tune in, tap in with us. All right. So a lot going on. Some weeks are busier than others within the sneaker fashion industry. Some are kind of subpar, but I feel like we got a good lineup. All right. So Royal, I'm not sure that there's another sneaker brand that does high fashion effortlessly better than Adidas. Let me just start out by saying that. I mean, there's been a lot of different collaborations over the years. It just seems like they comfortably live in this high fashion world, and it's never forced. Now, with that being said, tell me if you're interested in an Adidas Superstar that could cost you $860, and tell me how you feel about maybe Adidas tracksuits that cost $1,300. I don't know. When I throw that out there, like, what's what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
First thing that's come to my mind is how you asked me the question I was gonna ask you. That's what really comes to mind. But
Okay,
since
okay.
it's out there already, I'm not mad at it. You
Mm,
know, I own a pair of Adidas times Prada collab, and as you said, this is familiar territory for them.
okay, okay.
Um, own the Rick Owens, own a couple of the Raf. I own a lot of their high-end stuff,
Right.
sneakers. So
You
I've
probably got some
already
Y3s. You got some
yeah,
Y3s?
I have plenty of Y3. So I've
Yeah.
already crossed the $500, $600 threshold, the Prada's the $800 threshold with Adidas. I
Okay.
actually, I have a friend who works at Adidas. I actually tried to get the A-type tracksuit, maybe back in October. He was like, "No."
Mm,
He's like,
right.
"Nah, they're not." He's like, "We're not seating it."
We're not seeing it because it was like super duper friends and family,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It was
At that
so
point it was, so yeah, I
right.
tried. I failed.
Listen, I'm not mad at you for trying. Like no one's gonna knock you for trying. So people out there listening, watching us right now, what we're talking about is the Adidas A-type collection. So Royal, as you mentioned last year, you hit up your guy over at Adidas. You tried to get the tracksuit, okay, but that was not even limited. Like it just didn't even release to the public. It was friends and family. So that went to the likes of Pusha T, to Tyshawn, Tyshawn Scott, a lot of different people
Shout
within
out to my man Maurice from the People Gallery, he had one.
facts. Of course he did. Um, but this time around, the Adidas A-type collection is now going to be available to everybody. Okay, so this collection, people, again, we're talking about just a few pieces. So it's the Adidas Superstar, which to me has always been the most elite flagship sneaker that Adidas has. That's just my opinion. I know some people may say it's Stan Smith. Some people may say now people may say it's a Samba, right? But my opinion, it's always been the Superstar. Um, but in any case, so this collection actually drops on May the 7th, and it's going to be available in select stores, both domestically and globally. So some of the retailers that you can catch this at is Ama Meunier, you have Essex in the Lower East Side of New York, you have Maxfield out in LA, and like I said, a lot of other places globally. So what we're talking about is an extremely elevated version of the Superstar. So made with Italian leather. Um, One thing that jumped out to me is the laces. When was the last time you heard about a shoe having cashmere laces?
I don't think I have.
Right. Okay. So it's got cashmere laces. The shape is essentially a prototype of the 1969 version of the Superstar that was developed. So for all my OGs, I like that OG shape. Um, Extremely elevated. It's got um silver assets on the shoe as well. Also, we have more luxury pieces such as the tracksuit that is going to retail for $1,300, right? And again, that's that real soft Italian leather. So, is it something that you're going to try and pursue this time now that it's going to be available to everybody? You don't have to hit up your plug. Maybe you still do because it'll probably go fast, but I don't know. What are you thinking? Talk to me.
Um, I don't know yet. I'm gonna hit my plug first
Mm.
before
Okay.
before I cash out. But I
Yeah.
like to add that this isn't anything new. Like I said, we saw this already with Prada. We saw them make Italian leather Adidas stuff before. And I mean the leather tracksuit, this isn't new. You can go look at Run DMC. They did this before. They're just going back to the roots and doing what they've been doing for decades. So, it's not anything new and I'm not mad at it at all. I hope they
No,
keep going.
agreed. So I'm glad you brought that point up of what you hope for. You hope that they keep going. I'm just thinking, at what point do they just say, you know what, fuck it, we're gonna do this, A-type collection as an ongoing thing? Because you got all these high fashion brands that are charging the same amount of money for a pair of sneakers. So this is like the thing, y'all, right? Because people, I know what y'all gonna say, $860 for a Superstar, but you're willing to pay $1,100 for some ugly ass Versace sneakers, or perhaps some Dolce sneakers that you're gonna be tired of in 6 months. Just my opinion, right?
I mean, you want to take it that far, you'll pay $1,100 for certain sneakers that retail is anywhere between $100 to $200.
There you go. There you go. Right? People paying what, $800 for Palm Angels tracksuits that same weight, feel as a regular Adidas tracksuit that you can get out the outlets, right? So,
Yeah.
you know,
1,500 for Vans.
oh, well, we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that in a minute. We're gonna talk about that in a minute. Um, but yeah, I'm just wondering, like, do you think this is kind of like a test run, the first one to the public to see how it does, and then maybe they will transition and do their own element of like a high fashion offering, not a collab with like a Y3 with Willie, with what they used to do with Raph, right? Just do their own kind of in-house and cook up some very like elevated pieces. I would like to see them do that, but I'm curious to get your feedback on what you're thinking about this.
I mean, I think that's the end game because I'm like, what is the point of them just putting out a couple pieces and then just stopping? Like, what's that
Right,
about?
right.
So I'm thinking that's the end game.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now, one thing I do want to point out is that they did put some tech into these shoes, right? So these are not going to be OD uncomfortable. Perhaps they might be the most comfortable Superstars that one has ever owned. That's because they have the Light Strike Pro foam within the sole. So this Light Strike Pro foam is found in the Adidas Marathon sneakers. I want to say that person who won the Boston Marathon won in some Adidas. So I believe it's the same technology. So that's the part I like, that, they're giving you this really high, luxury type of offering, but they still are bringing tech along with it, because that would be my one piece of like maybe negative feedback for some of their models, is that over the years, you know, the shoes haven't gotten any more comfortable. You know what I mean? So I do like that element. They do have a friends and family edition as well, but that's gonna be geared more towards soccer, World Cup coming up, so they do have a collection where it's a leather jersey, a, soccer ball, as well as a carrier bag just in time for the World Cup. I assume that all the Adidas influencers and the people within the brand will get that, but I'm looking forward to seeing if we see it in the wild. You know what I mean? I think that's the thing. You see all these product shots. I actually want to see somebody wearing it. Maybe it's you.
Just gotta wait and see.
Gotta wait and see.
Yeah, man.
All right. Anything else? Any thoughts that you have on this, or anything else you want to talk about?
No, I think you hit all corners because what you said last is exactly what I wanted to say. Are we gonna
Mm,
see it in the wild or not?
right, right. Exactly, exactly. Well, we in NYC, so if we're gonna see
Anything's
it,
possible. Yeah, you will see it.
anything is possible. Anything is possible. All right. Okay. So let's move on. We'll keep it with sneakers for a moment. And look, a week later, they are still talking about the Satoshi Vans. A week later. And so that's hard, right? Because there's so many releases, Roy. There's so many releases that come out these days. It almost seems like a shoe drops on Tuesday. Yo, you don't forgot about it by the next day because something else is coming out. So again, the fact that Vans is able to cut through your algorithms, is making it to all the big sneaker blogs, the outlets, all that kind of stuff, to me is crazy. The drop last week was a movie. It had everything you wanted. It had fights. It had drama. It had security. It had people crying. You know, high resale prices. But a week later, what do we find? We find an image out there of a blue version of the Satoshi Vans Era 95. Now, you sent this to me. You sent it to me a couple of days ago. You the Vans guy. You the Vans guy. I own some good Vans as well, but you were on this before. But tell me, what are your thoughts about this? Do you like this pair better than the black pair that's already dropped? Talk to me.
This is better. This pair is definitely better,
Oof. Why?
and I believe it's palm trees underneath this time.
Okay.
So that or
Okay.
that's what I believe, and that's also what I'm hearing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the blue just hits better. The blue just hits a lot better. Um, it does better with the shoe. It's just a better color. Me personally, I think it should have been the first color, and
Mm.
then maybe the black second. But I'll take it whatever order it is. And yeah,
Okay. So you feeling the blue? Me personally, I still feel like the black is the better
better.
colorway. Because I'm thinking of wearability. I just, I
I
think
mean,
that, yeah. I don't
I,
know. Go ahead.
I don't know. I don't always think wearability makes the shoe better.
Right.
You
That's
know,
that's fair. That's fair. I just think I'm coming from like a more of a practical mindset of what I would be wearing. You know
I
what I
mean,
mean?
all right. For example, if
Hmm.
you're talking wearability or cement or white cement fours better than bread fours,
No.
yeah, but they're they're more wearable. They're white,
So,
white and gray.
but see, I would disagree with that.
Why? Because they're white.
I think the black and red, the bread version is the
It's
more
got red in it.
wearable.
It's got red in it.
So
You can't
what's
wear
wrong
that with
with that?
everything. You can wear the
That's
white
just
and gray with everything.
Listen, I think that a black and red Jordan, if it's a 3, if it's a 1, a 3 or a 4, it can go with anything. Anything. That's just my personal opinion. Now I'm not saying like wear it with a suit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not that type of anything. You know what I mean? Like people don't go to your prom and be doing that. I mean, do you, but you know, um
Certain things we have made wearable with everything, but they're technically not. Just like the Yankee. We wear the Yankee with everything. Doesn't matter
you
the color.
you wear it with everything.
me and every other New Yorker, we wear it with
Right,
everything, you know, that's just what we
right.
do. Does it
Y
go with everything? No,
but
but
it
it
works,
sounds
but
best,
it works.
you know, so that's how I feel, but, I mean,
Okay,
the black is definitely more wearable because it's a black shoe, but so is the blue, you know, you got it's just a blue shoe, and
for sure.
I just feel like it pops more, just, you know.
Okay. Listen, I'm definitely not mad at it. Definitely a beautiful looking shoe. So here's my one thing that I will say. Please drive slow. Drive slow. I don't want to hear that these shoes are dropping in a month. Me personally,
Why
I
not?
think I personally I want to have some separation, because is I love the moment. Like Vans is clearly in a very relentless, like we are coming out
I
for
mean
blood era. But with that being said,
we got another one in between there.
course we do, of course we do. But
Got the oatmeal.
I would like to see it spaced out a little bit. These just dropped. The black pair just dropped April 30th. That was the global, right? So I'm like, give it till mid July. Give
See?
it to
But the
give it
oatmeals are supposed to drop in July. The oatmeal souvenirs are supposed to drop in July.
But that's fine though, because that's not a Satoshi. That's not a Satoshi.
But I mean, so
So
I
I'm
mean,
talking I'm talking
you
about
could find
strictly
it as back to the
Satoshi
future.
and Van.
So you won't mind if July 7th, I just said that because that's my birthday. But
Oh, okay. Shout
so
out.
July, so you
What are
won't
we
mind if
doing?
July,
What are we doing for your birthday, matter of fact? What we
I
doing,
don't even
man?
I don't know yet because Oakland's is the 10th. I don't even know.
Okay.
I gotta
Okay.
look at it. But
Yeah.
so if we got a souvenir, the oatmeal, let's say the oatmeal souvenirs drop on the 7th.
Mhm.
Then the 21st, we have the Satoshis. You don't think that's too close for those 2 shoes?
No, no, I just think that it would be too close if you drop the black Satoshis on April 30th and then
Mhm.
you double back and you drop the blue pair sometime in the month of May, which I don't think is happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I mean,
I
I
just
wouldn't have until late June at the
I'm
most.
okay with that. Listen,
Right,
I to me, that would be smart because in the summer months, that's generally when, some of the bigger sneaker brands are kind of dormant, right? It's kind of that awkward time before back to school. Things turn up in the fall, going into fourth quarter, going into Q4. Um, and there's really not a lot coming out from Nike or Adidas. It does seem like they do start to usher out their basketball models in the summertime now. But to me, that's not going to compete with a Satoshi Van, personally. Personally, at this stage in the game where we're at right now. So yeah, that's cool. Vans on the month of July, do that. Run it up, run it up. I'm okay with that. If you want to do a souvenir on the 7th or the 10th, right? And then you want to double back and do a Satoshi Van in the blue, the Era 95. You want to do that at the end of July? I'm all for that. Run the whole month.
right,
Run it up. I just want to see separation because when things are going well for a sneaker brand, oftentimes, and especially for brands that maybe haven't been in the forefront, they have the tendency to run that into the ground.
right.
And I just don't want to see that happen with this. That's all I'm saying. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Question, which is kinda dumb. I think I already know the answer, but Imma ask it anyways. You
Yeah.
have, what CDG Vans do you have?
I got 2 pairs. I got, shit. I
I
got
know
the
you probably
ones
have
with
a pair of Authentics, right? I know you probably have a pair of Authentics. What they say
I do got
CDG on the toe,
all over. It's got the CDG all over.
but it doesn't have the rubber, it doesn't say CDG and rubber on the toe.
No, I don't have those. I don't have
You
those.
have the Lampions?
No, I don't have the Lampions. You? How many
Yeah,
pairs of CDG Vans you have?
2.
You got 2? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. Alright. I mean, and those are dope too.
right.
They've
Yeah,
been they've
I
been
wouldn't mind
cranking.
a new one by them. I wouldn't mind a new model by them.
Right. Right. Nah, I'm always down for CDG anything sneaker. You know that. Like, I mean, I can go for some more undercover Vans. They dropped a nice little pack of Vans in Q4 of 2025, with the bulldog on the skateboard and all that. I thought those are, quite nice. Um, but yeah, I just like where we are, man. Like, shout out to Vans, shout out to Satoshi. And I think that, like, this is literally how you bring the masses to your actual brand as well. And, there's a lot of really good, clothing brands, you want to call them streetwear brands out there. And sometimes they're just missing that one thing. Not that Satoshi wasn't good on its own, because people were wearing the clothes, right? That was already happening, but now there's this new life, new energy on it. So I'm with it. And by the way, we talk about like other van collabs. I could go for another rendition of a Fear of God van. I feel like Jerry would do would do it justice. As well. I'd be interested to see that. I'd be
Let's see what
interested to
comes
see
up
that.
with.
I'd be interested to see that.
I wouldn't be mad.
Um, yeah. All right. Anything else we want to add to another melee happening whenever these whenever these blue Satoshi Van Era 95s drop?
Nah, we'll get closer to we get closer to it, and we'll see if they're gonna have 2 versions like the first one as well, like the original. Besides that, we'll wait.
We'll wait. We'll wait. We'll wait and see. Vans just drive a little slow. Drive a little slow. Take the scenic route. Take the scenic route. Promise you, it's good for us. All right, Royal man. I I get annoyed a lot because I see things online. I see people talking, even some of these designers who are literally making streetwear,
Right.
telling you that streetwear is dead. I don't believe it. I literally do not believe it. I
Can't
think
die.
that they're what'd you say?
Can't die.
Can't die, can't die. I think that there's more brands, right? Just like there's more of anything. There's more rappers out now. There's more places to eat right now. You know what? Yeah, that does water down perhaps a little bit of like what this thing was that you fell in love with. But that does not mean that the genre, that doesn't mean that, this type of clothing is dead. Case in point, you know, the a millionth example is shown between Supreme and Jordan brand. Okay, so back at it again. Just announced maybe a couple hours ago that they're running it back for another collection that's supposed to be dropping on May the 14th. Obviously, you can find it at all your Supreme retailers online. Good luck. Dover Street Market in New York. Good luck. You know what I mean? And whatever. Um, this particular collection does not involve sneakers. So I'm really sorry for everyone out there that was looking for a Jordan sneaker collab with Supreme. But this one is going to be comprised of more like motorsports, right? So there's a $700 leather jacket, there's hoodies, there's t-shirts, there's track jackets. So I guess my question for you is, how do you feel about them running it back with Jordan, but there's no sneakers? Do you feel like something is missing there? Are you okay with the collab where it's just strictly apparel? Talk to me.
I mean, they've done that before.
Mhm.
Like,
They have.
they've had plenty of weeks where they, just drop Supreme times Nike stuff, so I'm not disappointed nor surprised by it.
Mhm.
One thing I can say is I saw the pieces. I wasn't really, like, blown away by anything.
Right.
I
Right.
just was like, "Okay." And, they had a leather jacket. I was like, "Alright." From the little preview that we saw, it wasn't an in-depth preview. I'm pretty sure everyone on the net has seen the same preview, so,
Mhm.
I mean, maybe when we get a better look, maybe I might be wooed a little better, but right now I'm just like, "Okay."
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, I think it makes sense because people may say this is random. Like, why is it kind of like, moto jackets and all that stuff? Well, Jordan does own a racing team. He's been entrenched in that for a long time. He's actually doing really well. You know what I mean? One of his drivers won the first 3 races, I want to say, in NASCAR or whatever. But yeah, I'm fine with this. There's nothing that's really connecting and landing with me per se. You know, I hope people have fun with this. But I do have a question for you. If and when there is a sneaker collab with Supreme and Jordan, which there will be, right? What model would you want to see? What kind of model would you want to see them do?
15, 17, or 7.
Okay. Okay. So
Any of those 3 I'll take.
any of those three. So
15
15.
first, 17 second, and then 7 third. So yeah, I said it in the right order.
Okay. Okay. Got you. Got you. That's crazy because I was gonna say 15. I was gonna say 17 and then 10. Jordan 10, personally. That's a, I just think that when Supreme does their collabs, especially with Nike, sometimes they do, kind of, I don't want to say random, but they don't do the obvious. So I do feel like when they do run it back with Jordan, they
Yeah,
probably have to pick a model that perhaps may not be the most celebrated. Now sevens are celebrated.
yeah,
He won a championship in the 7, but the 15, 17 don't get as much love. 17s are getting more love now, right? With Infinite Archives, they
uh
dropped a couple models. Next year they're gonna drop some more. And again, I think like Jordan is actually getting it right with how they're approaching the 17. They're not running it into the ground,
right.
you know?
Yet.
Um, yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Let's say yet.
Oh, right, right. Yeah. True, true. I mean, you saw what they did with the twos. The twos was I was loving what they did with the twos, and then they had to do goofy colorways every 2 weeks.
Right.
I'm like, good Lord, give it a rest.
That's what they do.
Yeah, that is what they do. Um, but yeah, so we'll see what happens with it. Um, Maybe there's more pieces that release, but again, just another example. Streetwear is not going anywhere, people. Even
Never.
some of these people, I feel like, get online, they just want to hear themselves ramble. Meanwhile, they have their own streetwear brand they're trying to sell to you. How does that make sense?
That part.
How does that make sense? Hey guys, streetwear is dead. It's not like it was back in 94, 95. By the way, Tuesday morning at 10:30, we got some weak ass t-shirts for you.
Because they're gonna say it's not streetwear, it's merch.
It's merch.
That's what they're gonna say, it's
Right.
merch.
It's contemporary elevated menswear with a twist of skateboard. I don't know. I don't know.
Something stupid.
Yeah. Some foolishness. All right. Anything else you want to talk about with the Supreme Jordan brand collection with no sneakers?
Nah, I'm cool on it. I'm
You
cool on it.
good. You good. All
Yeah.
right. So I want to end this off on something that you said at the end of last week's episode. So
Talk to me.
people out there, if you're not tapped in, this guy, Royal, said that he might become a Swiftie. Why? Why? Because he said that all his rappers are what? Locked up?
They're incarcerated, they fell off, assassinated their character,
They cut their hair.
cut their
They're
hair.
not toxic anymore.
Yeah, they're not toxic. It's just, man, doing the
And
most.
then this week, I don't know if you're a Kodak fan, but I mean, he found himself in
I
some
mean
more shit. But
I mean, that's what he does.
that's yeah, unfortunately.
Yo, listen, when you
Huh.
guys look at Kodak, don't you niggas tell me that they don't be giving black people a million chances. 'Cause, oh man, he's he's had a million.
Whew.
He's probably
You
gonna get
know,
another.
oh, he will. He will. Right? I mean, at this point, I'm like, guy's got more than nine lives. You know what I mean? With the
He's gonna get
with
another
the
one. He'll be all
system.
right.
It'd be
Yeah,
all right. Like, more power to him. I don't know how he does it. But okay,
throw him in the
so
drug program. He'd be good.
Right. For sure, for sure. So I mentioned all this next week. Finally, after all the merch, after all the ads, after all the streaming, whatever that went on, after the block of ice melts, okay, Drake's Iceman is finally going to drop. I mean, it's been a long time since we got a proper solo Drake album, because I certainly don't count him and Party Next Door's album that released last year as being a Drake album, right? So my question for you is, number one, is this going to save you? Is this going to hold you back from becoming a Swiftie? And then what are your expectations for Iceman from Aubrey?
To answer your first question, absolutely not. It'll probably speed me up. But I mean, I don't have any expectations. It's Drake. He's just gonna he could his this album could be absolute butt and it'll still go double, triple, whatever platinum. I'm just hoping that he just he just takes his loss to Kendrick and just doesn't mention it. That's it. Just
Mm,
make music and don't mention that. Just don't act light skinned on this shit, man. Just rap. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know he gonna make the light skinned songs because he's a certified lover boy. He's Drake. He is who he is. But don't be like, I won the bat. No, you didn't. Don't be like,
please.
I got cheated. No, you didn't, bro. You lost fair and square. It is what it
Right,
is. Just rap. We all
right.
know you can rap. Just do that. Leave that in the past and everything will be good.
Everything will be good. So
How about you?
now,
What's your thoughts on it?
so my thoughts on it are this. Finally, and I feel like when you wait this long,
Uh-huh.
it has to be good. You know what I mean? Like I feel like the level of anticipation, it has to land. It has to hit hard for his fans. Um, and I got two different sides of it. So I think that this album is good. I think this album is good if and only if he's not fixated on purely just making hits.
Right.
I feel like that he has to formulate some type of narrative, some type of story with this album, in
But he's
my
not gonna do
personal
that.
opinion.
He's not gonna do that. He's never
So,
done that.
I mean, look, I think that he should approach this a bit differently. Now, will he do it? Probably not. But I think that that would be dope. I think that would be different because we haven't seen it from him, right? So he can just wake up and make a hit, right? But don't chase it. So I feel like that has the opportunity for it to be good because it will sound different. Because I feel like the last several albums of his have
Uh-huh.
just been rinse and repeat, sound the same, sound the same. Now, it- wait, what?
Tell nobody.
Well, because they're gonna get really offended, right? Well, yeah. Well, listen, they're gonna be all up in the comments. They're gonna be all up in the comments. I can't wait for it. Fuck it, let's go, let's go. You know what I mean?
The
Fuck it,
heat's
let's
on you
go.
this week. The heat's on you this week, buddy.
Oh shit, oh shit. All right, so the album is gonna be bad, or I think it's gonna fall short of expectations again if he just falls into the same trap, mainly collabs with the same people that he's been doing for the last several albums. Because to your point, a lot of those people, they're not the same artists.
He gonna have 21 Savage on his album, probably.
4 or 5 times. I mean, are we, you know, we talked about Young Thug. I mean, I don't know if he can get him going again, but everything I've heard from him it's been awful. So, his collaborators that he normally works with, I want to see him do something different. Work with some new people this time around, knock on somebody else's door. You know what I mean? Stay away from the predictable. Don't do the predictable. You made us wait this long.
Mhm.
Could you please offer something different? I actually will respect it if you go different and maybe it doesn't land as well. I'm okay with that, you know? But
He's gonna rap in a London accent.
well, he's done that before.
British, my fault. British.
Right.
I'm
British,
saying, but that's his version of like, doing something different.
maybe some patois, you know what I mean? Or
Gosh.
I don't know. I don't know. This really sounds like we hating. It's our opinion though. Whatever. Is this our opinion? But yeah, um by the time we do this next one, it'll be out.
If you guys keep seeing me look off, man, it's NBA playoff time. I gotta keep track of the scores.
Oh,
I
I'm
know they
looking
probably
too.
see the TVC going.
Yeah, I seen him. I was like, he might be looking. He might be looking. I'm looking now too, by the way. So, you know, it is what it is. But all right, Royal, that's all I had. But I wanna pass it over to you because sometimes you have something to say. So I'm
Um,
gonna just I'm it's the Royal Rel clear out NBA playoffs. Go ahead, man.
um,
Are you good?
is there anything that came across me this week?
Shit, here we go. Here we go.
I think the people have been well behaved this week.
Well behaved. I don't like this, man.
What?
I do not like this.
All right, it is one thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Talk to me.
Yeah, I saw the Iceman snippet for the video. That outfit he had on was fucking atrocious. And that chrome heart hat that he had on, that fitted trapper hat, garbage.
Mm,
Garbage. I don't give a
look,
fuck if it's chrome hearts or not. Garbage. That's one thing.
mm.
Boy can rap his ass off, but he ain't got no swag.
So
He
you
don't have no swag.
saying he can't put it together?
Can't. That outfit was horrible. That looked like some South Pole shit.
Ooh. Not the South Pole when they took up both pages in the front of the Source of
So
the
far,
Vibe magazine.
that's what it
You
looked
remember
like.
that?
Yeah, that's exactly what it looked like he got on in that. If
Oh
that
my.
shit didn't say if that hat wasn't chrome hearts, the rest of the whole shit would look like South Pole.
That's right, because he was spotted filming a video out in Toronto. And so I saw a quick little thing I was scrolling through. I was like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. And I just kept going. I'm like, yeah, Chrome Hearts. It's 2026. It's like every couple years it's like a certain like fit
Right.
that everyone just throws on, and you know, I'm not surprised.
I mean, yeah, he's had worse fits, so nothing new.
Yeah, yeah, nothing. Okay, so that's what you wanted to get off your chest.
Yeah, that's the only thing I had on my mind.
All right, that's a bet. All right, well, that's cool. Well, that's all I got, but I know you do have a couple things that you just want to end on and telling the good people out there.
Absolutely. I need you guys to like, I need you guys to comment, and I need you guys to subscribe. And also, as I always say, if you like something, you're dick riding. If you
Hmm.
don't, you're hating. With that said, do you?
Please do you. Please do you, y'all.
Word.
And
Never gonna.
just that's it. That's it. And real quick, happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there.
Oh yeah, happy
Appreciate y'all.
Father's Day. Yeah, for sure.
Yep. You know what I mean? So go call your mom, your auntie, your grandmother,
Right?
whoever, flowers, dinner, do something nice.
Please, please, please. Show them
Yes,
love while they're here.
absolutely. But yeah, that's it. Yeah, we appreciate you all tapping in with us every week. Like I said, we're gonna keep, producing this content for you. We are working on our next real deep dive offering, so stay tuned for that. I think y'all gonna love it. Very NYC centric. So I'm gonna just keep it at that. But with that being said, thank you so much for tuning in. This has been another edition of State of the Week, brought to you by your guys from State Your Claim. My name is Gatsby,
I'm Royal Rel.
and we are out. Appreciate y'all very much.
Peace.
That's it.
State your claim.